It's your girl, Shells.
It's Miss Ash with an I.
And it's Alicia.
Why, yo!
Guys, we're here. We made it to the live Mama Drama podcast, people!
And we have an audience because these guys will be hearing noises. What's that? It's
Literally.
not even a button that we press. It's a real live audience.
And we don't even have the camera to show them.
We have them.
Came up and showed out for us, from all over the way.
Thank
All of our
you.
people. So thank you,
love you.
everyone,
Thank
for
you
coming.
so
We appreciate you
much.
all.
Before we get into it, though, guys.
Health and safety.
No, we done that. If you are not subscribed, what are you doing?
Subscribing to the channel.
Thank you. No, you tell them. Tell them, audience. Thank you.
And you missed it, guys. It's with the gun fingers too. It's subscribing.
If you are not following us on Instagram, where are you? And if you're there on TikTok, just there lacking, and you see us in your feed all the time, and you are not following, please follow, yeah? Guys, we're on the road to, I don't even know the road. We are on 20K on TikTok, guys. 20K on TikTok. We have 5,000 followers on Instagram. Come on. And yes, YouTube is behind, but it's getting there. 3K subscribers. Guys, we need to get there. We need to make it. Amen. So make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you are liking. And make sure you are commenting. Run up the comments. We do engage with the content. But yeah, let's get straight into it, man.
So, everybody, you have some cards on your chair. So on one side, green, I agree. Red side is I disagree. We are just going to throw out some quick fire unpopular opinions. Please, with your chest, hold up whether you disagree or agree. Do not be looking at the person next to you to find out, do they disagree? You yourself put it. As if I now come and ask you, why do you disagree? And obviously you don't know because you followed next door to you. So guys, we're doing it properly. So the first one is, I don't have respect for people that knowingly stay in toxic relationships. I don't have respect for people that knowingly stay. So
let's see how many reds we've got though. There's a lot of.
So I don't have respect for people that knowingly stay in toxic relationships. So do you have respect for those people? I don't have respect, meaning you agree, don't have respect, or you disagree.
It's a lot of.
It's
a lot of.
You can't 50-50. It's one or the other.
Okay, so
Yeah.
hold on. We have more.
Which one?
Disagree.
Can you put your card?
yeah. But the word is respect. Do you rate that person if they're staying in
So then that
toxicity?
So you disagree then?
Are you guys changing?
You agree
it
with the statement?
So what's the so is there any so if you're undecided, just leave your card down. But if you agree, hold up your cards.
Shake it.
You agree?
If you disagree, and if you're undecided, can you shake your cards? If you're undecided.
Oh,
That's interesting.
It is very interesting.
Undecided. Sorry, why are you undecided?
Me?
Yes.
I'm not undecided. I already said mine. I'm not. How can I your question is, do you have respect for them? My business. Do I have respect? It's not, I don't think the word, I might not, it depending on the situation, I don't disrespect, I'm not going to be do you know what I mean? It's a very difficult question. Maybe if you said, do you judge people in toxic relationships, then I'd be like, I agree or I disagree. Do I judge you because you're in a relationship or don't? That answer there would be, I don't judge you because, again, I don't give a shit. So, and I don't care, and I'm a very I don't care person. So, but that question, do you respect people who are it's not a respectable attribute because you're in a toxic relationship. It's not a level of respect. It's not a respecting. And I also don't necessarily respect you.
So you basically.
That doesn't mean that they. Oh, you understand.
I know, yeah, I know. Their own podcast over there.
Sorry, the only guy in the room here. Can we have your opinion? Okay, fair enough.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bob. Mm.
I could be later on down the line, or I don't think I would judge now in my where people are so like relationships.
Mm.
Now,
I've got something to say.
Go
You
on.
know, when we say the word toxic, you see toxic waste, you can't inhale it. It's going to cloud your throat. It's going to cloud your judgment. You shouldn't be breathing it in because it's going to kill you potentially. That's toxicity. So when you're saying you're in a toxic environment or a toxic relationship, that means you need to cut and leave. Can I sit there and respect someone who knowingly knows that they're that in that kind of environment and they choose to stay there? Absolutely not, because you're indicating to me what kind of individual you are. It's not that you're subscribing to you're saying that you're a good person or so on and so forth. You're willing to put your life on the line potentially for toxicity. No, but it doesn't mean death. I'm not saying that it doesn't, but it could lead to
So
death.
you're saying that you'd be knowingly you'd be disrespectful.
I wouldn't knowingly be disrespectful, but I cannot rate you. I can't respect you in the way that because I wouldn't put myself in that situation.
Obviously, for me, I don't-
and I hold myself to a high regard.
I don't care. So wherever you want to stay, whatever's good for you is good for you. Whatever's good for me is good for me. So I can't. It's not that I wouldn't rate you. I might disagree, and I might not like it for me.
there's no one way of toxic. Like your definition of toxic might not be my definition of toxic. So how can you disrespect me when you can't take what I take?
But it's not disrespect. It's just that
Respect me.
but we wouldn't be in the same, we wouldn't be friends then. That's fine. We just wouldn't be friends though.
That it's not.
We just actually wouldn't be friends. I wouldn't be your friend because I just couldn't. I couldn't. I'm not going to sit there and watch you knowingly go through something and you be there and then continuously. I just wouldn't do it. I personally wouldn't do it. That's my choice. I wouldn't do it. Yeah, go on.
Somebody that just comes at what point do you then tap out?
It gets
Where at first, of course, you want to help them, and I get what you mean because at some point, I need to tap out of this for myself because now I can't take this. But for you, at what point does that?
It's dependent on the friend. I think how long I've known you for, how long I've been around you, knowing you on a deeper level. If we've been, i.e., this girl right here, I've known her since secondary school, Shola. So for me, if I can see that she's in something and that's not necessarily her, I'm going to still stick around because I know that's not you. You're going through something right now. But if I'm there saying, you're calling my phone every week to say, can I have your advice? Oh, Shells, what should I do here? Oh, Shells, this happened. And you're not, you're just like this. You're the horse with the shields on. Then at some point, I'm going to have to step away and say, you know what? When Shola is out of her scenario, when she's finished over there, holler at me. I'm not going anywhere. You know where I live. Knock on my door. But I'm not going to sit there and entertain the nonsense that you're entertaining. I can't do it.
Alicia, what do you think? Oh, well, you want to say something? 1 second.
My mum. If it's my mum, my daughter, the same thing. Sometimes you have to take a step backwards and allow people to do what they're doing. So I'm going to take a step. Pardon? Potentially, but that's up to you. That's up to you. That's up to you. You're my mother, you're my daughter. That's our relation, yeah? However, you know where I am. When you need me, phone me. they're not coming. That's a you choice. I can't continue to reach out to you. If I've given you the advice, the provision is there, the lifeline is there, you don't want it, that's up to you. People come out of things when they're ready, and I can't force that on them.
Hindsight is 2020. That's why I said I agree, because to me, when I was younger, I was in a lot of toxic relationships, and I don't rate myself when I was in those relationships. Like, I look back, like, what was you doing? So sometimes you get out of it and you're like, but yeah, you get out of it. Like Michelle said, sometimes you just have to let it run its course, and then you wake up and like, oh my gosh, why did I put up with all this? It happens.
Yeah, Alicia, what do you think?
100%. 100%. I don't think it can be measured. But if you know that you're in a state of toxicity and you know it, we all know it, everyone can see it, then that's my stance.
Anisha, what's your 2 pence before we... You want to
Move on to-
Shola, we'll come to you. Do your 2 pence, Anisha, and then we'll go to Shola and we'll move on.
All right, so for me, I'm listening to you guys. I think life is very difficult, yeah, and people are all different. And I may have a way of doing certain things, and someone else may have another way of doing things. What I don't choose to do is necessarily treat people how I may do certain things. Do you get what I mean? Because I think we all walk different parts of our pathways, etc. So if someone's in a toxic relationship and if I disagree with that relationship, and that's a friend, I do feel it's my duty to obviously say what I'm saying. But for me to kind of lock off someone based on the fact that they're not listening to what I'm saying, I think to me is too extreme. Yeah. Yeah. Because I need to show love, unconditional love to that person at the same time. So although they may be ringing my phone and saying stuff and whatever, I actually probably would still listen. I might choose my moments when I kind of repeat what I've said before. There's going to be moments when I don't. I think that for myself, I would feel like there's a duty that I would have to make sure that person is safe to a degree. So that's my stance on it. I'm not really here to judge on the fact of what I necessarily would do, because we're all different. I know that we can have people that are similar to us and how we think and stuff, but equally there's going to be people that's going to be different. Just because we're different doesn't mean that we can't vibe. Just because we're different doesn't mean that just because I don't agree with the relationship that you're in, that I need to remove myself because you're not listening to me. Do you get what I mean? I think I just try to be a bit more nurturing in that scenario, if I'm being honest, because yeah, I just think it's a bit cutthroat. I think I would like someone to do it for me, because I think if I was in that situation, please bear with me, because I'm just not there yet. Yeah, that's my view.
Okay. All right. Next one then, right, guys? Not so long on the next...
Do you know what I mean?
Not so long on the next unpopular opinion. Ooh, this one's saucy. Men who have multiple children with multiple partners have no self-respect.
Do you agree?
Men who have multiple children with multiple partners have no self-respect. Do you agree or disagree? No, it's not. I didn't ask. Men who have multiple children with multiple partners, they have no self-respect. It's not whether you respect them. Do you think that they have no self-respect?
So
Just
Just
answer.
off the cuff.
What are you saying? Yeah, is that what you're saying?
I know, you know.
You can't do middle.
No,
middle.
don't change it.
Multiple. There's no numbers.
Two
more
and
than
more.
one is
Two and more
multiple.
is multiple. Two and more is multiple.
All right, so disagree. Hold it up, really high. Yeah, agree.
You're pushed. And agree.
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 We got
Talk
two.
yourself.
Go on. Why do you agree? Hold on, guys.
Hey
So-
guys.
I just think that you have to take a level of responsibility for the children that you're bringing. So everything that they experience can be down to you. And you have to have that level of I want my future generation. And if you don't care about that, then also you're even like the Wayans brothers, they were saying that they're half sisters, and one of the half sisters slept with the brother and now taken the brother's taking the girlfriend's brother, and now they're not talking. but also they're a half family as well. That's for the dad to step in and say, I need to draw the line.
Mm.
So it depends on the type of person you are as well. But for me, the main thing should be making a nuclear family. It doesn't always work out that way, and that's fair enough. When you're going to 3, 4 kids, there needs to be a line drawn. Sorry, if it was a woman. Yeah, to an extent. Especially, it depends on the character of the partners. We all can take multiple people, and we all try and we go with love. You can't help it sometimes. But when it comes to bringing children in the world, I do think after the second time, how this going to affect my kids.
Thank you.
I was on the fence.
That's added. That's big context, where. But the point is, okay, you lot also our previous episode, yeah? Whereby we had a guest on there and I asked him how many children he has. And his response was 6. You remember? If you didn't see it, get to see it. And I asked him how many baby mothers, and Sir said 3. And I proceeded to say how many are black, and Sir responded. The point is, a lot of people in the comments were talking about the fact that let's not focus on a race, let's focus on the fact that he's basically littered all over the place. Do you understand? So that's the premise of the question. And we're not necessarily saying man or woman, but in this context, we're talking about a man specifically. Do I specifically disagree? I don't, because do what you're going to do, isn't it? Because last, there's women that have multiple baby fathers. Me, I don't know. I'm not one of them. I don't know any of them. Whether I'm a or I'm not, you will not know. That's an inside joke where if you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. So the point is, yeah. What I'm saying is that like you said, someone passed away, but ultimately, yes, the aim is, I believe, all the time I quote a particular one of my friends, he's actually here in the audience, and I always say, she's very much on this. Obviously, all of my children are in one place, one man, so nobody should come and talk to me. That's what, because no one is protesting to be a baby mum. That's correct. So which would mean that you have your children in one place with one person. They're not scattered everywhere. I used to have a notion that, yes, I want to get married, and then another information was brought to me, maybe shut down that idea. There's a lot of conflict in that. If I marry outside and I have my children, who has the last word, husband or baby father? Techie situation. I never thought of that. I spoke, I asked one of my close girlfriends, and she was like, maybe you shouldn't think about that because that's what's going to happen. I thought, interesting. So in that respect, yeah, those kind of dynamics now get mixed up, because if you've got everybody all over the place, and unless that person is dead where they cannot speak, they may not be active, but now when your son's a footballer or something crazy, now he wants to come and talk. Now what? Your husband's now what? Now? Go ahead. Okay, wow.
Sorry, did you watch that Netflix program? Was that the one that you're talking about? Because you know there was a guy. No, there's a guy. There's an actual show, and that's what he done. He literally was in one area, and he literally had children
have one man in the
everywhere.
room, so let's
And
go to
there
him.
were
So let's go to
loads
him.
of
Yeah, let's
children.
get his opinion.
Loads.
Sorry again, not to bully you, only man in the room, yeah? Can we give it up for the only man in the room, please? My friend, of course. Can you please comment as the only man in the room? Because we're all women in here talking, but what's your view on it as a man?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do we think? Fair enough.
The missus. Thank you.
Yeah, just obviously adding that add-on, just in case I'm not single, guys. Obviously. What do we think? I can disagree.
And the reason why I say this, yeah, is sometimes I just take man for man and what they are, yeah, in the sense of, some men are here to procreate as well as much as women, yeah, and I do think, and I hear a lot of this stance on men feeling free to kind of be liberated enough to have as many children as they want, and they say that's kind of God's will, isn't it? That's what I've heard anyway, yeah. So do I think that, so ask the question, I want to be very specific.
Men who have multiple children, multiple partners have no self-respect.
I do think they have respect for themselves. I don't think that they look at themselves and saying, I don't have respect for myself. This is a thing. That's why I disagree. I literally feel that they feel they're in their right from what I just said, that they're here to procreate. If they want, yeah, do you know what I mean? If I want to procreate, rates them very highly. Do you get what I mean?
That he wants all his children, loads of children.
No, but I believe that. But I believe that though. Not all men are the same, but I do believe if a man's saying that this is what he wants to do and he wants to have multiple children, I don't think he thinks to himself, well, I don't really
That's a
respect
true
myself.
point, yes.
No, I think he does.
It happens by accident.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. I don't.
Shows you disagree
Yeah.
with what?
With
You
I
agree,
with
so
the
you agree
statement
that they have no
they-
self-respect.
Yeah,
Why is that?
100%. Because if you look at the natural order, and you always have to revert. We don't like to talk about religion on here, but if we look at our religious compass, it was man and woman, yeah, and you're supposed to have your children within that, and that's where the blessings come. It's not true. Okay. Prehistoric, yeah, but obviously, God wanted the union to be blessed between the man and the woman, right?
So man and wife.
Man and wife. When sin came into the world, for us, the fact would be to have a man and a woman together. You procreate, you have your children. God is going to bless that union. Blah blah blah. So I would always say that in terms of respect, if I respect myself, again, it's about the provision. It's about what you can actually do in terms of looking after your offspring. If you have children there in the four corners of the earth, what can you actually do for those children? If you have the funds, logistically, you cannot be everywhere. We know that if you have children in this room, if you know they're demanding, they take time. You need to invest your energy in them. They want one-to-one. You have a lot of our generation saying, my parents had 5 children, and then you've got them online saying, my parents didn't spend any time with me. I just wanted them to read them a bedtime story, so on and so forth. You've got so many of our generation dealing with that stuff. So I think if you do respect yourself and you respect your lineage, you will do it in a way that actually beneficial to you being a parent and for that child.
So are you saying you don't respect your friends that have multiple baby fathers?
I'm not saying that I don't respect my friends. That wasn't the question.
But I'm just asking you.
I've never said that I don't respect my friends that have multiple baby fathers.
I know you never said that, but I'm just asking.
But that's a
you.
question.
No. I don't. Is that another question?
No, but obviously it's
Men. It was men and self-respect. I don't.
But do you think that your friends that have multiple baby fathers, they don't have no self-respect?
No, I don't think that.
But you think
Because
about
I know the circumstances.
What's the circumstances?
I know the circumstances. We're talking about generalized statements. We're not looking at specifics. It wasn't said if the wife has died, now is this man to be disrespected.
But if the wife's died, these women
It's just a general statement.
But these women have also done it. They
statement.
also know what they're doing. So do they have self-respect?
I don't have many friends that have multiple baby fathers. Just to be clear, I actually don't. So
Well,
that, I
multiples
can only
too.
say multiples too. I actually don't. I only have one.
Lucky for
So
you.
that's it. There we go. So I can only talk on what I know.
Lucky
My
for you.
experience. That's my experience.
My question though is, in terms, so your explanation of why you don't have respect is because they can't pour into the children.
Correct.
So would you say a man that has, so you're saying that a man and a wife, if he had 6 kids, is he also not, has that stress from himself?
I've always said, yeah.
He also can't pour.
I've always said on this podcast, have the amount of children that you can manage. So if you can distribute your time equally and you can give to all of those children and you can meet the needs of every single said child, then have as many children as you want.
Being in a marriage.
You can do that if you opt to. I'm not saying you have to be married. I've never said that.
They don't respect themselves.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you go and have multiple and you go out of your way to do that and you willingly do that and it's a choice, it's not circumstantial, that is your agenda on this planet, then I don't think you respect yourself. That's my opinion.
Okay.
I think where these children live. Man has multiple.
Woo! Oh, wicked.
21.
Wow.
Wow.
Multiple wives, they all live in the same couple.
Wow.
They grew up as a family. So when you do that, I think somebody mentioned it before, how your children are brought up, how they their stepmoms, their husbands. It's better than, okay, one lives in a that's different. I'm talking about your dad's not actually there. And I think that's also why it's
I'm
different.
about to say, sister wives.
All the children. Correct.
That's also different.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Ooh,
All right, next one.
Last one.
We're moving on to
Alicia's,
Alicia.
yeah.
Yeah. Ha, this next one is gonna ruffle a few. All of the married people in the house, I'm waiting for you lot to really bring your chairs. I know my friends are gonna bring their own. Please be doing a statement.
Guys, are you
I'm ready for the
are you
statement.
ready?
Yeah, I'm waiting
Yeah?
for my friend to bring her chairs.
You ready? Yeah, you're listening. All ears.
Yeah.
Right. Marriage is nothing more than a financial agreement.
Do you agree or disagree?
Ooh.
So marriage is nothing more than a financial agreement. Nothing more than a financial.
Maybe nothing more is not the right word.
No.
That
it's
is
a
the right
statement.
word. That's the
That is a
statement.
You
That's
can't say
the
Okay,
unpopular
yeah.
opinion. That is the unpopular opinion.
You guys,
Ooh.
what do you guys think?
Everyone.
Excuse
Everyone
me.
agrees.
What about
I'm
you?
not putting
Excuse
mine
me.
up.
Lady
I
in the
don't need to
green
put mine
top.
up. I'm the host.
Lady in the green
I'm
top.
watching.
If you don't come and put your post up, what you want to agree, isn't it? You want to agree?
She's
Put it up to agree. She's
Alisa. Yeah, no. Yeah, she truly feels.
That was your statement at the beginning, right?
Exactly
no.
that.
You
Exactly
see,
that.
it's not
It's fine.
Yeah,
not because
no,
you're not.
stop. Okay,
she's
yeah,
not put it up.
Let's go and find out why someone disagree. All right. Over this side, does anyone want to say why they disagree?
What?
Because it's just so much that goes into marriage. Financial agreement, money is a big part of it, but there's when there is none. No. Money is one of the highest reasons for divorce, but yeah, there's so much more that goes into marriage.
Okay, thank you. On that side, Bobby. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Fabi, do you want to say something? Mm-hmm. Charles, what do you reckon?
It depends what you're getting married for.
Mm.
I want to say in today's society, money is driving a lot of people. Some people are getting married for money. I necessarily wouldn't say that is the sole purpose of being married. But it does come into play when you're looking at assets. So if you've got a house, if you've got a mortgage together, if you have multiple businesses together, if you invest in different things offshore, whatever it may be, it causes a massive, or can cause a massive rift if your legal paperwork is not together. So I'm on the fence actually with that one. But I do think that finances definitely play a massive, contribution to a marriage and any even relationship, business relationships, friendships. any relationship if there's finances involved. No, I'm just saying if there's finances involved, it's a sticking
I thought
point.
she was
and
at me,
it can be a sticking point for many. So that's why I'm on the fence with that. Correct.
You saw our last podcast with
Yeah.
one of our guests. She said she got married the first time, second time she weren't going to do it because she said because of the assets that she has and then what she's got to risk basically with that.
Yeah.
Which I don't agree with that. But yourself?
Sorry, I'm not married, so I don't. I've learned over time, obviously, that I don't comment on married people things. So now anymore, I don't, because I'm obviously not married. So I'm not. Because this is the thing. No, because the thing is, in my friendship group, I'm one of the ones who's not married. A lot of my friends are married. So obviously, I've been told. Obviously, you should.
What do you think?
You should be quiet. I don't have nothing to say because I'm not married.
Okay,
I'm not
cool.
married.
All right,
But
you're
in
staying
an
out of
ideal
it.
world, obviously, do I think it's finances? Yeah, finances are heavy. At this point in time, would I get married for finances? Possibly. Possibly. It's a possibility. it's a possibility. Obviously, we need to have a discussion about how you look, obviously, but possibly that's possible. But like I said, obviously, I don't comment on my business. So. The married people in the room should talk. We should shush.
Leash.
I think I kind of said what I said.
Okay,
no?
cool.
Yeah, so
next
so we
one.
go to
Next
the next one. Yeah.
one. This is the last one, by the way, guys.
Oh, I don't know which one I want to do then.
Do it just like a shocker.
on.
These two at the front here. We've been going head to head, guys. You're not on the camera. Don't worry, we'll get BTS with them. All the way from Lagos. Hey, we've been going head to head. It's okay. We'll get them on the camera. BTS shot.
All right, I'll do this. I got this one. I got the last one. Yeah. Okay.
Oh gosh,
So
I don't know what it is.
unpopular
What is she
opinion,
gonna do?
agree or disagree, right?
Okay.
Hold on. You should be ashamed to still be partying in your 30s.
Shut up. Shut up. You silly billies. Silly Shola.
Hold on. Hold on. Can I say something, right?
Shut up.
Yeah, let me say something, yeah? This moo face over here, yeah? Let me just say something, right? So, everyone knows, yeah, that Vibes came down, innit? It's coming down for Wireless. This one over here
Called
was
me a
like,
moon face.
a moo face, yeah.
Oh,
A moo face, yeah. Moo, yeah?
Yeah, go on.
She was like, oh my God, like, imagine people in their 30s basically going out to Wireless.
No. I said to Wireless.
Yeah, to Wireless.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Vibes Cartel's going to be there.
Cartel is
What do
there.
20-year-olds know
Like,
about?
can I just say something though?
Remember
The
when we
lineup
take
is-
coverage?
the-
You don't
Wait,
know
we're
much.
all talking at once.
The lineup is a very good lineup and it's of our generation. So why am I going to not allow myself enjoyment, yeah? And pay my good ticket price? Because if you were to see them individually, you will spend a lot of money because I'm worried about people thinking about what would I look like if I'm going Wireless, but I'm going to enjoy myself. But this one's saying that you shouldn't because you're not...
30 or
just gonna
40,
say
I'm going to shake my
something. I don't
ass.
give a heck.
Do you
30
know?
or 40,
Okay,
I'ma shake my
Because
ass.
you drew me out, yeah? Because you drew me out.
Yes.
The last time I went Wireless, yeah, I was 25, brother. I went with my younger siblings. Bobby, you know who they are, right? They're younger than me.
Yeah.
We're walking around the gaff saying, bruv, we are old. Why are we in here? Why? This is not a... You have small baby girls, like 18, 19, 7. Everyone's pushing. At a point, you're like, no, why am I actually here? It's a bit techie. So for me, there's just certain sceneries that I wouldn't move in just because Vibes is going to be there. I will pay. I'm a big grown adult. I will pay to go and see Vibes. Do you get what I mean? I'm not going to go hitch up myself with little 17, 18-year-olds to go and see Vibes Cartel. The heck?
But there's a lot of people, our age group, who are
I
actually
don't give
going.
a heck. I don't care.
I don't give a heck. I'll be
That
there. If I could
was
get a
my
ticket,
POV.
I'll be
Yeah,
there.
I know when I'm not supposed to be in a scene, when I look at the scenery and I say, oh yeah, there's about 25 and there's 1, 2, 3 little 30+-year-olds. It's time for me to exit
Moo.
left. That's me. Huh? I'm not playing with kids. What the heck? Acts.
Yeah.
It is very, very, very.
But as a party in general, what are you
but
saying?
the
I'm shaking
Wireless
my
that I
ass.
went
30,
to-
40, 50, 60, 70.
No, but now that they moved it to Finsbury Park, it's changed the whole scenery of Wireless. Before it was in In
Yeah.
Finsbury Park, it was better.
It was in Hyde Park.
It was in
no?
Hyde Park.
Yeah.
Right. Now it's in Finsbury Park. You got the little gang, bang, bang, jumping over the fences. There we go. And rushing. I've got a kid. I'm trying to make it back home. So you guys can do what you're doing. I'll watch you through the
I'll be
screen or
going.
through Snapchat. Yeah. There we go. Wherever you're going.
There you go,
There we
yeah.
go. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you cannot. 18. I hear it. No, I'm a party girl. That is my cup of tea. I like fun. But I'm just not going there. No, age is because you see when it says 18 plus or 21 plus events, you can't get in if you're under 18 if it's a 25 plus event, right? Or certain events. They say 25 plus for a reason because they
love a
want a certain
concert.
type of crowd. They want a certain environment. Say that again, T. Concerts, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're standing with. Yeah, thank you. When I'm.
Because now we go into the club, we have a table, ma'am. Section, baby boo. I don't care. Yeah. And let's be clear, I don't need to. Yeah, we don't go in the club now. I'm not scouting the club looking for
Guys, let's move
man them with table. Let we have our own table share, but you can pay 3,000. Me and I can pay 3,000 for table. Let's be serious.
No, everyone should enjoy, you know. No, Carnival's a universal event. There's certain events that are just universal. Everyone's going. People are bringing their kids. The grandmas are out. The grannies are out. It's been a tradition for many, many years. Come on. It's very cultural. There's a lot to that. So I would never say, you right, whatever. But yeah.